Welcome guys, welcome back to my channel. In this good opportunity, I would like to tell you about visual communication, the basic of the basic. Before we start, we should pray or strengthen our conviction to learning or study. For a moment, silent for a moment. Okay guys, okay, in this good opportunity, I would like to tell you about visual communication design. Okay, the workplace for the visual communication designer. There are so many as of today, right? There are creative consultant, animator, illustrator, art director, graphic designer, web designer, advertising, magazine, production house, broadcast industry, corporate, mall, restaurant, or even a hotel. You can work there. Next, okay, what is design? Designing refers to an activity, creating a plan or a blueprint for something novel that will perform a desired task. This definition made by Bamford in 1991. So, from this definition, craftsman is a designer, scientist can become a designer, even engineer can become a designer, and lawyer is becoming a designer because they design the law for the. Okay, so what kind of designer we are going to talk about? The designer concocts an artifact for practical use. We are going to talk about this kind of designer. The designer that focuses on a feature that user can perceive and control. The designer is a distinctively modern figure as of today. So what's visual communication design? VCD is a branch of the design science that studies how to deliver message using creative expression to achieve a certain goal, such as providing information or persuasion as an advertising. The techniques and media that use visual elements to convey the message are also studied in visual communication design. It's a creative process that combines the visual art and technology to communicate your ideas, your message to the audience. Okay, this is an example from logo design, one of the what, work of the visual communication design, such as Netflix, Animal Planet, Toyota, or NASA, Google, Red Bull, and etc. You can search the logo design all over on the internet. Okay, so what is a visual? It's a sign received by the sense of sight through the sensation of light. So what is the verbal? Verbal is a sign received by the sense of sight and hearing as a language. Verbal, okay. Language that we can sense by sight and hearing. It is a verbal. Next is what is a kinetic? Kinetic is a sign formed from the basic element of motion received by the sense. All of these can what visual, verbal, or kinetic can send a message or an ideas to the audience or to the people. So the basic of the visual element is a dot and a line, titik and garis in Indonesia. Okay, a dot, the smallest unit of a visual element in the form of a dot, or yeah, dot. You can see this a dot, and a line formed from a series of dots can also be said to be a path that is created from one point to another. Usually, it determines shape, contour, outline, volume, and even a mass. Okay, next. There are two kinds of line. The first one is rendering line, from lines with consistent line weight to show the intersection, edges, and ends of surface. As you can see, rendering line is what, it's more stable, right? Different from the aesthetic line, shaped with usual and equal thickness weight. As you can see, the here artistic line with what, more unique, more different of thickness on each side. Okay, the second one is a shade or bidang, a line that form a closed and flat shape. You can see the example. Okay, the third one is a form, the three-dimensional object not only has length and width, but has a depth. Depth. You you should focus on a depth because form always need a depth in 3D objects. Okay, the fourth one is color, produced when light hitting an object and reflected back to the eye. Dive into color theory and understand hues, tones, and shade, or difference between analog and complementary color scheme. There is one theory from Munson. Hue, the color itself, the distinctive hue is a color itself, the distinctive quality by which a person can distinguish one color from another. For example, red, blue, green, blue. Red, blue, green, black, that's a hue. Okay. Then what is a value? Value is a brightness of a hue, the brightness of the color, the quality that distinguishes a light color from a dark color in a range from white to black. That is the value. And what is chroma or intensity? It is the quality that distinguishes a strong color from a weak one, the temperature of color sensation from white or gray, the intensity of the hue of a color. Okay, the next one is value, as we before talk. What is value? How light or dark an object or area is. As you can see from the example, that is value. Next one is texture. Textures. Okay, textures is really important because it's give a message to you. The perceived surface quality of a work of art are two-dimensional and three-dimensional design elements are distinguished by their perceived visual and physical properties, such as glass. It will be have different texture from wood, snow, iron, cotton. Okay. What is the next one? Okay. The seventh is space. The use of the area within the image painted by the artist. The area around the main object in a work of art is referred as negative space, while the space occupied by the main object is referred to as positive space. As you can see here, there are the black space and what is this? The umbrella space. that become an object, and the black one become the background. Okay, next is layout. It's really important. Arrangement of a design element in one design that form a single unit and contain aesthetic value. The next one, you should know the typography in visual component, right? It's visual component. The before we talk about visual element, there are seven, and the next one is we are going to talk visual component. The first one is layout, the typography, the design element in the form of arbitrary fonts that serve to strengthen the visual representation in a design, the art of composing message in a readable and aesthetically pleasing composition. Okay, the next one is image, one of the component of visual. It pictures help make connection with text and can clarify the information presented in the layout by adding meaning and generating association, representation of message in the form of visual image. The next one is logo. It's one of the visual component. A graphic sign, emblem, or a symbol used to assist and promote public identification and recognition. Also identify any company, commercial product, or a public or a private entity such as yourself. Okay. The next one is decorative. The application of color, line, texture, or even a pattern to an object. Complementary visual element in the form of symbol or abstract to add aesthetic value. Okay, I'm here to give you an assignment. Look for a picture of an object, whether it's a plant, animal, or even a product. Draw with your with four drawing signs in size 10 to 16 on a thick paper or a paste on black medium. Okay, next. Here, the example of the assignment. When you find a cat, such example, draw to completion without raising your hand or stopping in the middle. Contour line style. And the next one is line style. Draw with one-way line. One-way line. And draw with dots only. And the last one, hybrid. Draw by combining the previous three styles. Okay, maybe that's all for me. Thank you very much.